Well, I'm Fred Carpenter. Our little farm here has been in our family for quite a while. Where our home is at, we have 60 acres, a little over half of it in timber, and on the other place there's 60 acres that's pastured in, along with 30 acres that is forested. Both my grandfathers were farmers back in the early part of the 1900s, of course, through the 50s. My grandpa Carpenter and his wife moved here as sharecroppers in 1914 when they got married. And interesting enough that he bought it later. My dad bought it from him, and now it's in my possession now. The pasture where the cows are at and all has been in my family not quite as long, but since the 40s. My dad and my uncle bought it, so that land is also very special and very much an important place for me. And so it's really neat to come out here and experience the fact that I may be putting my hands in the same soil that my grandfather did 100 or 110 years ago. What we're doing here now, my wife and I, with this, is just trying to put a little bit back and preserve the land. We want to save it for our family, for our children, and certainly for our grandchildren. We've got 7 grandkids, 6 of them boys, and they love to run around and ride the trails and go check the cows and all those things. And so we're hoping that they will take an interest in it as well. We started out here with a few chickens. We thought we'd raise some chickens and have fresh eggs and all. And my wife is kind of the one that's behind all these additions. And then we decided to get some pigs, and so we've got those, and we're raising not a huge number of pigs, of course, but enough to put some up for sausage and for meat for later on. We grow vegetables in the garden, and we can. We've got fruit trees and grapes and scuppernines, and we make jelly and all those things. And then down on the pasture, got 6 Angus cows bred with a Wagyu bull. We've got plenty of room right now and plenty of grass right now with all the rain. So we're hoping to expand and add more to those as we move along. The land that we converted from cropland to the grassland, pasture land, it had been farmed my whole life. From the earliest days I can remember, it was row cropped. I wanted to look into possibly doing something myself and maybe putting up some pasture and pasturing in some and getting a few cows and those and going in that direction. And I talked with a cousin of mine who raises cattle as well, and he said, "You ought to talk to soil and water conservation," and says they may have some kind of program that would be beneficial for you. And I said, okay, well, I'll do that. And so I called the agent there, and he said, yes, says there might be something we can do. He says, let me come up. And so he came up and he looked, and I kind of told him what I was looking at doing and had envisioned. And he said that they had this program, the cost sharing program for cropland conversion, and that most people did it converting it into forest land, but that it could be converted into grassland. I was able to fence in 60 acres and plant the grass for such a small cost to me compared to what it would have been without Brown Creek Soil and Water and their assistance. So I am extremely thankful for that and appreciative for what they do. I think I said earlier that farming, if I'm a farmer, I'm very new to it, and I've never, even at this point, never considered myself a farmer. I've known lots of farmers over my life, and I've always had the greatest admiration from them, as my family comes from farming. So being chosen as a Farm Family of the Year for Brown creek soil and water conservation is a huge honor for me and a humbling experience because I've always admired the farmers so much. And I am absolutely certain there's lots of people that would be farm families of the year above us, but I'm appreciative and thankful and absolutely appreciate Brown Creek. I just want to thank you and say continue the good work, and God bless the farmers.